we have discussed about the solutions previously. Solutions are generally homogeneous in nature and wherein the solute can't be filtrated from the solvent. The example of the solution is salt water, where the solute cannot be filtrated from the solvent. So we will now discuss about what does it mean by suspensions and colloidal system or colloidal solutions. We will now understand about suspensions. We will do a small activity to know what does it mean by suspension. For this, we will take a beaker, add some water to it and add chalk powder to it. After some time, we can observe that the chalk powder has not dissolved in water but remained suspended throughout the volume of the water. Suspended means it has spread throughout the water. Such a mixture is heterogeneous because the solute particles, which is the chalk powder, is visible to the naked eye. Generally, a suspension is a mixture of a solid and a liquid wherein solid doesn't dissolve completely in the solvent. And there is a one more kind of a suspension, which is emulsions. When we mix oil with the water or kerosene in water, it forms into layers. Such a kind of a mixture is known as emulsions. Generally, emulsion is a mixture of two kinds of liquids. When it is remained undisturbed for a certain amount of time, it means we should not shake the mixture of the two liquids. We should keep it aside after adding water to the oil, and after certain time it will form into layers. So we have studied about two things. One is suspensions and a further division of it, which is emulsions. So we will now understand about colloidal solution. For this, you need to take a beaker or else a glass, transparent glass, or a test tube. Add certain amount of milk to it, and the milk particles is uniformly spread throughout the mixture. Due to the smaller size of milk particles, it appears to be homogeneous in nature because it can't be filtrated, and the milk particles won't settle down if undisturbed, so it seems to be like a homogeneous mixture, but it actually is a heterogeneous mixture. These particles can easily scatter a beam of light. We will discuss how can it scatter a visible beam of light with the help of some other image. And this solution is known as colloidal solutions. Generally, the characteristics or features of a colloidal solutions is in between a normal solution and suspension. In a normal solution, you can find it with the example of salt and water is a normal solution, whereas a suspension, which is a mixture of chalk powder and water. So this milk, the solution which is formed by adding water to milk, is a colloidal, right? It is in between the solution and suspension. Generally, a colloidal solution consists of disperse phase and dispersion medium. Even this we will discuss with the help of a diagram. A large number of substances such as milk, butter, cheese, creams, gels are some of the examples of colloids. As I said you the colloidal solution will have two phases in it. One is a dispersed phase, another one is a dispersion medium. So dispersion medium can be known as the solvent in which the dispersed phase has been dissolved. For example, the chalk powder in here is the dispersed phase, and the solution in which it's been kept is the dispersed medium. Look at the diagram. There are three kinds of solutions. One is a normal solution, which is a water or water mixed with salt, and the second one is colloid, which is water mixed with milk, and the third one is a suspension. For example, adding chalk powder to the water, or adding any kind of a flour to the water. Wheat flour you can add to the water and make a suspension. So when we pass a beam of light through all these three glasses, you can observe that there is a scattering effect of light in colloid and suspension. You can observe the light passing through the colloid solution and suspension, whereas with respect to the normal water, which is a normal solution, we can't see the light in it. This is known as the scattering of light, and this is also known as the Tyndall effect. This image shows the Tyndall effect in a forest. You can also observe the Tyndall effect in your day-to-day life. When a fine beam of light enters the room through a small hole or slit in a window. Slit in a window generally means when you keep the window slightly open. This phenomena can be observed when walking on a road having a lot of trees on both sides. The sunlight passes through the branches and leaves. You can see the path of dust particles. So what happens in the Tyndall effects exactly? In a forest, generally there would be lot of mist. Mist means fine little dust, little particles of water. So you can call it even a fog or a mist. So when the sunlight passes through the dense forest containing the mist and tiny particles of water, then the light is being dispersed, and by this effect can be observed. So look at this image this is been taken from your textbook. These are the examples of dispersing medium and dispersed phase. For example, in a fog, clouds or mist, generally the gas is the dispersing medium, whereas the liquid is the dispersed phase, and the colloid type is aerosol. Aerosol means which is been present in the air. It's kind of a gas. And with respect to smoke and automobile exhaust is gas which is been comes out from the automobiles. Gas is the dispersing medium, and the dispersed phase is the solid substance. In the shaving cream, which is a foam, colloid type is foam, dispersing medium is liquid, and the dispersed phase in it is gas. So few other examples are also being given. Please have a look at these things before moving further to the next topic. So these are the properties of suspensions and colloids. Even this is a screenshot from your textbook. Even if you are not able to see the image, it's not a problem. I'll tell the properties. Suspensions as well as colloids are heterogeneous mixtures. The particles of suspension can be seen with the help of naked eye. For example, in the chalk and water solution, you can see the particles, which is the chalk powder. With respect to the colloids, you can't see the particles. That is a milk and water solution. You can't see the milk particles separately with the naked eye. When you pass a beam of light through the suspension or colloids, generally the scattering will happen. And the next one is the solute particles which are present in the solution with respect to suspension. When the suspension solution is being left undisturbed for a certain amount of time, the solute particle will settle down. In case of the chalk piece and water solution, if you keep the water and chalk piece solution, which is a suspension, for a certain amount of time, the chalk powder will settle down at the bottom. But with respect to the mixture of colloid, water and milk mixture, the milk particles won't settle down even if it is undisturbed. The suspension particles are unstable. The particles in the suspension solution is unstable, and the solute can be easily separated in the suspension by the process of filtration. With respect to the colloids, the components cannot be separated by the process of filtration. Centrifugation technique is to be used in order to separate the particles from the solution. We have studied about centrifugation technique at the starting of the topic.